Ooh, it is muy caliente in here, as we say down in L305, because we're about to play bold or spicy. That's a spicy meatball. Hey, this is the game where we read statements that are either bold or spicy, and then we rank it on a rating from 1 to 10. 10 being, that's
a ghost pepper, my friends.
And then 1 is salt, I guess. So, Charlotte, are you ready to play?
I've never been more ready in my entire life.
That's a lie. This first statement, Dion Waiters will make his NBA comeback. Dion Waiters came out of Syracuse, was a top 5 pick, went to Cleveland, and bounced around, kind of salvaged his career in Miami, got his big new deal, and then promptly got fat and played his way out of the league. Now he's been engaging in a bunch of off-season workouts with different teams. He's trying to mount an NBA comeback. Charlotte, the statement says he will make his NBA comeback. He will be back in the league this year. Scale of 1 to 10.
Feels pretty spicy to me. I mean, I'm going to give this an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. So I think it's one of those things that you'd like to think for a player it's likely, but I don't think it is.
All right, moving on.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
The Brooklyn Nets black, white, and gray court is great.
Give it a, what's this? It's great? Yeah, I'll give that a 2.
Yeah.
Like, it's all right. Like, to me,
It's all right?
There's only 2 types of courts. There's like, it's an okay court, and like, that is hideous. I don't know if you've ever seen Oregon. Ever seen Oregon's court where it looks like you're in the middle of a forest looking up into the one space to the sky? Like, that's an ugly court. That's terrible. That Charlotte Hornets court from like the early 2000s where they've got the honeycomb, and the honeycomb is very, very prominent, and the key is orange, and the rest of the painted area, the rest of the three-point line is blue, but it's a gradient blue. It's too much. Those are all ugly courts. Just give me simplicity, and then I'll be fine. I won't lose my mind over it, but I also won't, hate it.
I don't know. I think that the warmth of a normal court is very nice, and this one looks like me when my lighting is off and I look like I'm the girl from The Ring. That's what this reminds me of.
So, like, every time we do this show?
Well, I'm a little bit...
Trust me, you're not. And also, you never seem to have these problems on Gojo, so I don't know what it is. I think it's something you're doing that you're not revealing to us.
Oddball is absolutely rigged for money. Okay,
moving on. Charlotte, your statement is the Clippers will be sellers by the deadline, and I don't mean a basement.
I don't think that's spicy. I think that's a 3.
Wow. Charlotte Wilder predicting imminent doom for the Los Angeles Clippers.
I don't think it's going to go well, and that's just because I had to pick if it's going to go well or not, and I'm saying no.
Does that make it a bold take then? It's a bold take or a spicy take.
Bold take.
Right.
Jokic is already the greatest Nuggets player in franchise history.
1. Well, that doesn't even require any thought. Let's start with, how many MVPs have the Nuggets had? 2.
No.
They've had 2. Nikola Jokic, 2 times. How many championships have they won? 1. Nikola Jokic, right? How many Nuggets have averaged a triple-double? Damn near it. 1. Nikola Jokic. There's no, like, who are the other names? The other names are Carmelo Anthony, Dan Issel, Alex English. Like, they're all great players. They're all, extremely elite players, but Jokic has surpassed them by a lot for a while now. And the championship was just cherry on the top. To be honest with you, even before the championship, he's been the best player the Nuggets have ever had. And it's kind of wild. He was a second-round pick, and I don't think even he thought that he was going to be this. I mean, the story is when they decided to bench Yusuf Nurkic and start Jokic instead, Jokic actually cried because he felt guilty. He felt wrong. So.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Charlotte, your last statement. Eric Spoelstra is overrated.
Like, what are we doing? That's a 0. That's not even salt. That's water.
What?
I don't think he's overrated at all. You think he's overrated?
That's what makes it a spicy comment. You called it water? You think this comment...
I meant that sorry, I got confused. That's a 15.
Play the game, Charlotte. Play the goddamn game.
I got the scale wrong. I got the scale wrong.
Statement is crazy.
I meant
10. The
okay,
statement isn't
yes,
crazy.
I get it. I screwed up. I get it. Spoelstra is not overrated. This is a very spicy one because it is wrong. I'm moving on. Walker Kessler will win the Defensive Player of the Year award. That is your bold take.
Walker Kessler is a great kid, man. He's got a great personality, very productive NBA player. I think he's going to have a great career. However, he's in his second year, and he plays for a Utah Jazz team that, while is decent overall, is horrendous defensively. They were in the bottom third of the league. And historically, Defensive Player of the Year awards go to players that play on teams that are excellent defenses. You almost never see, even if the player is a great defensive player, you almost never see them get that award if their team isn't in the top 10 defensively. Utah made a bunch of moves this offseason, but none of them that lead me to believe that their defense is going to be elite. Walker Kessler, at that, is, like I said, a second-year player, so it's harder for guys like that to get the benefit of the doubt over vets who've been doing it for a while, like Draymond Green, like Jaren Jackson Jr., last year's winner, like Bam Adebayo. So I'm going to say that is a 10 out of 10. That's the sound and the play call for 10 out of 10. There you go. Bring it all back from the beginning of the show.
It would be funny, though, if they just started giving it to guys whose teams, like, really sucked and they just tried really hard. Maybe that's what I want to see, that Defensive Player of the Year. I want to see teams that really needed this guy, and even though they were still terrible, this guy was great.
That's what Charlotte wants to see, everybody. I want to see you learn how to play this game. How about that?
It's all very difficult.